is S.O.U.L Celebrate Connect. Now, have you been to one of our events before? Have you seen our films being screened? And if so, have you ever wanted to submit your film? Well, if you do want to, submissions are now open. So have a look at Film Freeway, and the link is down below, and submit your film now. Hello and welcome, CHIOMA. How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Well, basically, we're here today at Screen, S.O.U.L Celebrate Connect, because you had one of your films on the screening stage, didn't you? Tell us all about it.
So behind the door follows a story of a young woman named Jola, who is a victim of human trafficking, and it's really about shining a light on the epidemic and its presence within the UK.
It's quite a serious topic. Now, we've spoken before, haven't we? And in the last time, I think that you were talking about prostitution, I believe it was. Have I got that right? No?
It wasn't prostitution, it was trafficking again, yeah. So I was in the development of writing the script, and then obviously now it's here today.
What makes you do these subjects? Because these are very, very deep subjects for someone as young as you.
I think personally as creators, or just individuals in general, we've got a duty to shine a light on the world and some of the issues that are affecting people. So trafficking for me was something I really wanted to shine a light on, because obviously we know what's happening in Libya at the moment with Nigerian people being trafficked over there. In general, it's something that we don't really want to talk about, because then we've got to now assess our role within it, and also if we're actually doing something to try and create better help these people's lives. Yeah.
And how was the research for you? Was it quite harrowing?
It was quite difficult, because what we did, we had a lot of case studies we looked at, so real life stories. There was a few journals that we came across. And I think one thing that was quite sad about, was like a common factor, was the fact that people are trafficked from obviously one country to another. So then it questions how this is happening. For example, when it comes to the borders and stuff. So are people getting paid to allow these people in? It just questions a lot of the ins and outs of it. So people who are turning a blind eye to people who are coming here or being trafficked to different countries, and whether they're actually paying attention to, or will be able to spot in the signs to when they can see something's not right.
What steps did you take to be able to go into the mind of someone that was being sexually exploited? Did you meet somebody who's experienced it, or did you just do research and just read interviews, or what was the process?
So it was a lot about doing research. I mean, we partnered with a lot of charities as well. We spoke to Africa, A21, Unchosen. We spoke to them about their work and some of the individuals they come across a lot. And I think the main kind of theme was that how these people are broken. These people find it hard to trust. These people are told that their lives are no longer their own. They're in a very dark situation where freedom is almost a luxury. So it's almost like you have to put yourself in that person's shoes and ask yourself, okay, so how would it be? What would just be the common denominators in terms of emotions and stuff that someone would experience and would evoke if they were in that situation? And that was kind of like the process. It was very, very, very hard. It was probably like one of the most challenging roles I've ever had, to be honest. But yeah.
And emotional too, very, very, very emotional.
It was very, yeah, definitely. So I think it's very easy as actors to want to kind of cry, because you feel like, yeah, crying is such an it's not an easy thing to do, but it's an easy place to go to. But I think it's more so trying to hone in those emotions, hold them in. I think that's kind of like the deep.
Your actress did that perfectly, by the way.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's about that really. It's about, I think what was important was the fact that there's a point where in our lives anyways, you cry and cry over a situation, and at one point it's like crying's not actually helping him anymore. Like, I'm so distraught, I'm so hurt by what's going on around me that sometimes you have no tears left, and that's what I wanted to come across when it came to Jola's character, that this girl had been in this situation for years, that she'd been so broken that it wasn't about tears, it was just about her sense of my body and my life is no longer my own, and that's what I wanted to get across.
Well, I interviewed you about 6 months ago, and you were talking about this project that now has been screened. It was selected out of the hundreds of applicants that we do have, submissions. So do you have any other projects lined up that we can be looking forward to seeing in the next few months?
I've got one that I'm looking at, which is to do with mental health. So a lot of my work that I want to create is about shining a light on these issues. us opening our eyes to the things within our world and our society.
You're a very deep woman, aren't you? I like that. She's very deep. That's nice.
So yeah, hopefully you'll see that at S.O.U.L at one point.
Anything more light-hearted? Or is that not your thing?
No, it definitely is my thing. I think in terms of other work that I do, it is very light-hearted. The project.
Other work that you do? Tell us.
So in terms of like some of the theatre plays I do, I dabble in a little bit of like comedy in a sense. Yeah, I think it's good to have like like an array of things to show and be able to do. But
A broad spectrum.
yeah, definitely a broad spectrum. But I think it's the hard-hitting topics that really make me feel like, yeah, that's what I like.
Well, you've done a really good job, so thank you for us. We really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And looking forward to seeing your work again.
Yes, thank you.